He is the only. He is Stan Lee.
Thank you, true believers. Now, this gentleman next to me, the troublemaker, is my associate, my bodyguard, because I have a lot of people here from D.C. See, there's the X-Men. There's the Fantastic Four. There's the Avengers. See why I keep them around?
There you
What
go.
was the question? I forgot. Well, I thought the one that I did, I think it was the Avengers, where I want to have a drink that Thor is drinking. And it would be too strong for me. Come on, and I drink it, and in the next scene they're carrying me out. It's typical of the way I live my life anyway. Why? Oh, and I'm tell you why I go to conventions. I love conventions because I love the fans. I love seeing your enthusiasm. I love the fact that every year there are more and more, and the ones who used to be young fans are now older fans, but you're still fans. What was that question again? It's going to get better and better for you fans. You're going to get movies that are more and more exciting, more and more unusual, and all I can tell you is you're in for a great time. From all the Marvel movies, and then there's that other company, D something. They may come up with something. Oh, something else that's even more important. The word comic book. I know you've all wrestled with this problem, but I'm going to solve it for you. So many people write it as two words. Comic book. No, for you I should go, comic book. You can't write it as two words because that means a funny book. A comic book, right? It should only be one word, a comic book. When there's no space between the two words, it's something like nothing else in the whole world. It's a comic book, not a comic book. So I want you all, the minute this panel is over, I hope you know the name and address of your congressman. But really, get on it. It's quite important because it upsets me when I see it written as two words, and I know you don't want me to be upset. Joe Simon and Jack Kirby created Captain America. But when I came to work there 1,000,000 years ago, he was the first character that they let me, they'd say, Stan, I don't like the way this page is written. Would you rewrite it? They let me work on Captain America. I edited it, I proofread it, I rewrote some pages. After a while, they let me actually write some of the stories. So he was the first real professional one that I worked on. And there was something about him. Jack, in his artwork, made Cap look so heroic. Anybody, sort of like Errol Flynn, anybody would have wanted to look like Captain America. And then, years later, when we were doing all our characters, and we had the Fantastic Four and the X-Men and on, and I was looking to introduce somebody else, and I thought, why not bring back Captain America? Well, he was dead. How do you bring him back? So I figured out in my own clever way that he had fallen off an airplane into ice somewhere in the North Pole or somewhere, and he was frozen alive. And some people dug him up and he came back to life. But to make him interesting, he was a guy who was out of time. He was from a different age. He didn't understand hippies and all the things that were going on. He was an anachronism. And that, to me, made him a more interesting character than if he had just been a guy fighting the bad guys. It took him a while to adjust to this new life years later after he had been frozen in the ice.
If you put Thor's hammer in an elevator,
would that elevator go up or not?
Yes. Yes, it would. Because you see, you're not lifting the hammer from anywhere. The hammer is sitting on the floor of the elevator, and it's still on the floor of the elevator as the elevator goes up or down. If you try to remove it from the floor, then you're in trouble. And this is why I am known as one of the greatest scientific thinkers in the world.